All right, here we go, guys. This is the front camera on the OnePlus Open and the Pixel Fold. And the Pixel Fold, I can tell right off the bat, and I have it at 1x, pulls in the video so much more than the OnePlus Fold, like an incredible amount. So I'm probably gonna have to pull in the OnePlus Fold as well, so it matches a little bit better in terms of the size of the video and how big I look on this. But remember, all the things to check for: the clarity of the video, the stabilization, how good the microphones are. I feel like this generation, there's not like a huge difference in terms of the quality of the microphones. I mean, they sound good, don't get me wrong, but like the quality of it isn't all that crazy different. All right, that was the front cameras of the front displays, 4K 30. All right, now we got the inside of the main displays with that front camera. And I have a feeling that the Pixel Fold video is going to be a lot wider just due to the fact that their normal orientation is kind of widescreen. It's a lot wider and shorter, yeah. Then let me just measure these up. Not too much. Yeah, it is. Then the OnePlus Open. But the Pixel Fold video only does 1080p on the main display camera, but the OnePlus Open does 4K on every single camera that you have here. So it's kind of a nice little thing to get because 4K is better than 1080p, obviously. But which one do you guys think looks better? See the doggies in the back? Yung. Right now we have the back cameras, main display 4K 30 on each phone. Yoongi, yung. He doesn't care right now. Obligatory palm tree shot. Shoko. And the dogs aren't paying attention. Here he goes. Yung. There you are. Hi, good boy. Good boy. A little bit of greenery for you. All right, I'm going to turn this around. Okay, here you go with these two pointed directly at me. I'm going to point it at the sun so you can see. It's kind of like just, again, basking me in the sun from my back. And then I'll put it on me. Man, I cannot see. I have to keep my eyes closed, though. Woo! Sun's pretty strong today. What do you guys think? How's the stabilization, the microphones, the quality of the video? Which one looks better? Let me know. So camera comparison, what do I think about the OnePlus Open and the Pixel Fold? Well, I wrote some notes down. OnePlus Open, I felt like had better microphones. They were louder and clearer. I wouldn't say that the Pixel Fold sounded really, really bad. Like it was a huge difference where like I didn't like one over the other completely. No, it wasn't that much, but if I had to choose, I would choose the OnePlus Open more with that. Video was clearer on the OnePlus Open, but both looked good. So, you know, when you look at the video, this has 4K on all the cameras. This doesn't, not especially on the inside display. It's only 1080p, but still, I thought that one looked pretty good. But overall, the quality of the video was clearer on the OnePlus. Stabilization, I felt was about the same on both phones. I didn't really notice one being a lot smoother in the limited videos and photos that I did right there. In terms of photos, I thought both took really, really nice photos at times. The Pixel Fold, I think, won with the portrait photos. It came out clearer. more sharp. I appreciated that more, and I always love the portrait photos on the Pixel Fold, but almost everything else, I've got to admit that I liked the OnePlus a little bit better. I liked how with the OnePlus cameras, no matter which ones they are, you know, you're not so close up. Even when it's a portrait mode or anything, it's not like I'm right in front of the camera. It's pretty far back, and it's nice. So that way you can crop in if you want or leave it the way it is. Also with the OnePlus Open, I liked that the photos were clearer. If you zoom in, they're still clearer. So overall, I'd give the win to the OnePlus Open, which is weird because I love the Pixel Fold and I thought this was actually gonna win in the camera department versus this phone. But in the samples that I personally took, I feel like the OnePlus Open came on top for videos and photos. In terms of overall design for both of these phones, I've got to give it to the OnePlus Open. It looks more like a regular phone on the back and on the front. And also, one thing I don't like about the Pixel Fold is that it has this weird thing where it doesn't fully open at 180 degrees. It's like 178 degrees, whereas the OnePlus Open does open nice and flat. It just feels like a better designed phone. It's not, again, not that this feels bad. The hinge feels really tight and good. Both of them feel really tight and good. They both close flat when you see it like this, you know. This one just, the Pixel Fold just doesn't open flat. And, you know, the camera design on the back, the OnePlus is pretty gaudy. You know, it's not a huge deal to me though, I guess at the end of the day. So I gotta give the design, again, to the OnePlus Open. What about holding in your hand? Well, the Pixel Fold feels heavier, it feels wider. And again, I gotta give it to the OnePlus Open, I should say. It's just, it's an easier phone to hold, and it's just designed slightly better. You know, the Pixel Fold is really wide and kind of short. Not an awful phone, don't get me wrong, I still love this phone. But yeah, I'd have to give it to the OnePlus Open. Battery life, both these phones, I can get up over 6 hours of battery life with the OnePlus Open. The Pixel Fold, I can get about, I can get into the 6s, but you know, when you factor in that how much power this thing has, how much RAM, it's crazy. So I got to give battery life to the OnePlus Open. You get a little bit more battery life, and you're gonna get a lot more power. Next, we're talking about performance. We're just talking about day-to-day usage. Both of these phones are extremely fast and fluid. There's really no hiccups at all with either one of these phones. It's gonna be a pretty much tie, but I still feel like the OnePlus Open is probably just a little bit smoother in day-to-day operation. But again, both of them are definitely really, really fast and fluid. Where the performance really comes on top is the OnePlus Open is gonna be able to game so much better. Man, this has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. This has the Tensor G2, G3, I can't remember now. And this, it'll get decent gaming, but it's nothing to be compared to with the OnePlus Open. It's just crazy how you're gonna be able to game a lot better on the OnePlus Open. So if you're a gamer and you want the best performance out of these two phones, definitely get the OnePlus Open. Displays, again, I'd give it to the OnePlus Open. It's got a brighter display and it's also just easier to use. You know, this outside display is like a traditional candy bar phone. You can look at it, it looks just like a candy bar phone, whereas the Pixel Fold is a little bit short, a little bit fat. You can see this big bezel sticking out on the left-hand side. This one just looks like a normal phone. You look at it, this isn't terrible, don't get me wrong, but this is better. So if you want a normal experience with the displays and better quality displays, you're gonna wanna go with the OnePlus Open again. So here's two videos on the front displays. Let's open them up like this. There's the full screen display. You know, this looks nice because it's big and wide. It's big and kind of fat. This one's a little bit just normal. When you watch this same video on the big screens, there it is on there before we even get full screen. Here it is on here. Let's make this bigger, as big as it can go. Let's make this as big as it can go. So both look nice, don't get me wrong. But if you're gonna choose a display for better quality, brightness and all that, you're gonna wanna choose the OnePlus Open.
There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by.
Without a doubt, louder, better sounding on the OnePlus Open. Again, this doesn't sound awful, but this sounds better. So biometrics on here. So the face unlock, it is secure face unlock with the Pixel Fold. So you can use this for banking apps and unlocking your phone. This one you can only use for unlocking your phone. Also, I don't like where the fingerprint is. It's up on the top rather at the bottom. So they have these buttons flipped around. The volume keys are at the bottom, the power keys at the top. This is weird because you would definitely hit the power key a lot more than you would hit the volume keys. And you gotta remember the power key on both of these phones acts as a fingerprint sensor. So with that said, I would choose where the fingerprint sensor is on the OnePlus Open, but I like the secure face unlock for this. So I'm gonna call this one, man, I guess I'll give the win to the Pixel Fold just because it has the secure face unlock, but it still has the fingerprint sensor. All right, so charging. So this phone, the OnePlus Open, will charge at 67 watts with a wire. It doesn't wirelessly charge, but the Pixel Fold will wirelessly charge and it will wire charge. But for me, I'd give the win to the OnePlus Open. It just charges so much faster. It's like 67 watts versus like, man, wire charging is like what, 28 watts or 30 watts. It's not anywhere near the speed. So for me, I'm not a big wireless charging fan. If you are, then you definitely want to get the Pixel Fold. But others, if you don't care, get the OnePlus Open for that. Software and UI, if you need customization, go with the OnePlus Open. There's a lot more customization built into this phone. Yeah, they both can have the ability to change the wallpapers and stuff and all that, but then you also have your home screen and lock screen stuff that you can do. There's like tons of little built-in things all throughout this operating system. It's there's tons of stuff from the stuff with the displays and just overall consumption of how you use the phone, and you have your main screen stuff. There's so much stuff on here. Right now, at the time of making this video, special features, there's tons of stuff. The Pixel Fold's kind of bare bones in that department. But at the same time, it's a nice fluid, fast environment. It will multitask, just like this will. This has a slightly different way of multitasking. But if I had to give the winner to software, since they're both super fluid and super fast and they're gonna get years of updates, I'd give the win to the OnePlus Open because there's a lot more stuff built into this. So at the end of the day, which one should you choose? OnePlus Open. It's a pretty easy win right there. It edges it in the camera department. It has faster wired charging. It doesn't have the wireless charging. It has the ability to be super powerful and good with battery life, whereas this is pretty good with, okay or good with the power, and the battery life is good as well, but it just can't compete raw, power to this phone. This has a bigger, better display, brighter display. It wins almost 9 times out of 10 versus this phone. So again, if you have this phone, the only reason you should be switching over is if you want more power to play better games and at better frames per second. If you don't, I would say stick with this and wait for the second generations of these phones. But if you're coming in new to these two phones and you're thinking about which one to buy, definitely get the OnePlus Open. And I would definitely get an insurance plan with both phones, just because of the fact that you never know if you're gonna break one of these. It's gonna be very expensive. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.